This was a joke from when I worked in the Postal Service over at the vehicle maintenance facility in Austin, Texas. Every once in a while somebody would come up to you and say, "What would you do with unlimited time off and zero income?" And you'd sit there and you'd get caught in it. You'd be like, "Oh man, I could think of all kinds of things." And then you'd realize that you were talking to one of the leads and maybe you weren't living up to your potential. And it'd be like, yeah, maybe I should work a little bit faster. Yeah, that's a good idea, right? I'm asking for your support, but I don't want just donations, right? If I wanted donations, I could go grab my sign, and stand by the side of the road and say, yeah, veteran, not working, I need beer money. I have seen that sign. I thought it was pretty funny. On YouTube, I'm at 840 subscribers. When I get to 1,000, I am eligible to start making money from YouTube's partner program. And that's something everybody that's watching this can do. If you can click on subscribe, that helps me out enormously. Psychologically, if nothing else. It doesn't give me any money yet, but it's a good feeling every time I see, I come off the roof and I look down at my phone and I'm like, I got 2 new subscribers today. I still hurt from building the roof, but it means something that people are taking the time to watch what I'm doing. It's, I'm out here by myself, so that's kind of cool just to see that. Okay, wait, what was all that? Indeed. Okay, here's the deal. I really need your help. I haven't been working lately while I built the house. I planned to finish the house and then get a new job. House is finished. No job yet. There's lots of details in the video, but briefly, if you could please subscribe, it does help a bunch. And send me $1 on PayPal. And buy my books on Amazon, sure. And how about buy some of my land? Cheap, really. Details are in the description and in the video. Okay, now on with the show. I started off with lots of notes and graphs and charts, and some of this will be in the video that you'll see coming up after this part. But I just wanted to say, first of all, thank you to all of my fans and followers and subscribers. And Joseph, my only Patreon at the moment. If there's others, I'll check it out and I'll correct myself on that. But it's been an interesting time out here on the ranch. I've been out here over 2 years. Started off in a school bus. In the last few months, I've built this house that we're in now. It's not quite finished, but I'm living in it. I've got electric working, I've got doors and windows, and I've got a fly buzzing around my head, so you know it's real. It's been an interesting process. I went from almost no subscribers when I first came out here to now we are up to, I wrote it down here somewhere, 840. I've got 839 as of yesterday. So let's just say 840 subscribers. That means a lot to me. It's humbling and a little bit kind of confusing at times that somebody took their time out of their busy day to watch what I'm doing out here. I do appreciate that. I take that seriously, and thank you. I really do appreciate that. I do want to kind of apologize for this video. It's not an easy one to make. I hope you understand where it's coming from. I'm not the kind of person that likes to stand out here, hold up my little sign at the side of the road and like, yeah, homeless veteran, use your spare change. You've probably got enough things to do with your spare change as it is. See, earlier this year, about January, February, I left my job at the Postal Service. I'd worked with the Postal Service for about 5 years. I decided I was going to go do something else, and so I left that job, resigned, went off and tried driving big rig trucks. I went through the school. I was actually doing well. Went out on the road with a trainer, was out for 3 weeks, and realized I was miserable. I was terrified. I thought about it. I'm like, do I really want to live that lifestyle, which was at the moment a surprise because I like driving, I like traveling. I really thought this was a good deal. Having said that, I knew I didn't want to go back to the Postal Service either. I was able to cash out my retirement money from the Postal Service. I had an investment account. I had a bunch of unused vacation leave time. So I was able to cash all that out. That's how I built the house. So for the last few months, it's now middle of July, I haven't had a job. I was able to focus on just building the house, kind of getting my act back together, I guess. I haven't had vacation for quite a while, so it was just nice to just focus on one thing, build the house. I took some of the money, I paid off a section of land. And now, basically in the middle of July, I am about out of money. Now, this wasn't a big surprise. It lasted longer than I thought it would. The house is basically finished, so that part's good. The land that the house is on is paid for, so I'm not going to lose the house. So, you know, very very happy about that. I did that part right. I started looking at jobs, man, a month and a half ago already. I wasn't anywhere near finished the house, but I knew I wanted to start looking. It's been a few weeks since I really started applying. I went on one job interview. That's where I'm surprised. I really thought I'd get something by now. Now, it's possible in the next couple of days that somebody's going to call me and offer me this ludicrous job where they just throw money at me. I try to keep my fantasy life to when I'm writing, not to my real life. So, you know, of all the things people can call me, homeless veteran is not one of them anymore. I own the house. And I don't have a loan on the house. And the 20 acres I live on is paid for. So, even on a rough day, that feels pretty good. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm asking for your support, but I don't want just donations, right? If I wanted donations, I could go grab my sign, you know, and stand by the side of the road and say, yeah, a veteran, not working, I need beer money. I have seen that sign. I thought it was pretty funny. The simple situation is on YouTube, I'm at 840 subscribers. When I get to 1,000, I am eligible to start making money from YouTube's partner program. I think that's what they call it. It doesn't really matter. The money I would get from YouTube is from the ad revenue. When you watch a video, like when you're watching this video, there was probably an ad on the video somewhere that you waved away. I don't make any money from that. I do all the work making the video, but YouTube does a lot more work creating the data centers, and then Google bought them out and used Google data centers to host this video that I'm making. I don't feel bad about that at all. You know, the fact that I can make a video and share it with you and I don't have to pay money for it, that's awesome. This is America, you know. This is an amazing opportunity that we have, that for free almost anywhere in the world except for on this ranch I can pull out my cell phone and watch a YouTube video. I have very sketchy reception out here. I normally don't have YouTube ability here on the ranch. I got to drive 15 miles just to get cell phone coverage to upload this video. Or when I go to town, I go to Walmart, they have great Wi-Fi. Anyway, America. The fact that I can sit here in my home and create a video and tell you guys about my life, and so many people of you have watched my videos and clicked like and subscribed and commented. It's truly humbling. My monthly budget is $755. I own the truck, I own the motorcycle, I own the school bus, the house I built without borrowing money. So all of that I own. I'm not paying rent on an apartment. I'm not paying a cable bill. I only need $755, and that's including $200 of food. My land payment is $340. So that's about half of my total budget is just the land payment. My expenses are pretty small. Where I'm going with that is things like Patreon on a monthly subscription level. $1 a month would make a huge difference to my budget. Now, right now, Joseph, I think, is my only Patreon. He's been giving me $1 a month for about a year now. Thank you, Joseph. I do appreciate that. I feel really bad because I didn't know I was getting that dollar because I didn't see the email that said, hey, you've got a Patreon. Congratulations. Somebody thinks you're worth $1. So, Sorry, Joseph, I do know now that you are giving me the dollar. I do appreciate it. I am going to be working on some programs here in the next month. Patreon, stickers and patches. It's right here on the whiteboard. Oh, do you like my whiteboards? There'll be a video on this. I made a rack. You remember the French cleat video? That's how these are up here. With a little bit of care, they go right back where they came from. Yeah, there's going to be a video about that. That's pretty cool. Patreon is the easiest way for people to help me out right now. I've always, on my header and my footer, on the end of the video, I always talked about a little bit on Patreon, and then I moved on. I would normally say, in fact, I still would say, subscribers first. That's the biggest thing, you know. And that's something everybody that's watching this can do. If you can click on subscribe, that helps me out enormously. Psychologically, if nothing else. It doesn't give me any money yet, but it's a good feeling every time I see, you know, I come off the roof and I look down at my phone and I'm like, I got 2 new subscribers today. I still hurt from building the roof, but it means something that people are taking the time to watch what I'm doing. It's, you know, I'm out here by myself, so it's kind of cool just to see that. But because, you know, when I get the 1,000, then I'm eligible to start making a few dollars here and there. It's something, okay? And it doesn't cost you anything. That's the biggest thing. If you guys, you know, I know times are tight. Not everybody can afford $1 or $5 or whatever. Just click on, you know, click on the link, click on subscribe. Leaving questions and comments helps me out enormously. You may not realize this. YouTube notices that my videos are getting comments. That makes it a video that they are more likely to recommend. I don't have a budget to promote my own videos, but a lot of my videos are getting promoted by YouTube because they have a lot of hits and a lot of comments. So if you take the time to say, hey, loved your video, or to quote one classic one that I giggled when every time I think about this, it was a comment on one of the videos where I was making the truck camper. I wish I could quote it word for word, but it's basically, go out in the desert, dig a hole, and bury your head. Yes! You know, I've reached this person. Thank you. Thank you for that heartfelt comment. I do appreciate it. It was funny, but knowing how YouTube works, they may not care that that's a positive or negative comment. Somebody took the time out of their busy day to sit there and twiddle their thumbs and type that comment to me. I responded very nicely. Thank you, sir, for your comment. The good news is it's not very far. I can walk to any part of the desert on my property and I can dig a hole. And having watched the bugs do it, it is cooler 1 foot under the ground than it is on the surface. I may take you up on that someday. I didn't quite type it out like that, but I was very positive about it. I thought, hey, somebody took the time to comment on my video. That's a good day. So, if you can, please subscribe and like and comment. Tell me that you saw the video and you're right there with me, hoping I get that job driving a forklift. Great, thank you. If you have any ideas that I haven't thought of, drop them in the comments. That does help me. I do read all the comments. I very much try to respond to all the comments. I think I've missed a few, but I actually do try. It might take me a week to respond. Lately, in the last month, my cell phone has started working out here sporadically. There has been some comments that I've been able to respond to out here. So, there's still hope. Or we get the pigeon and send, there's a project for later. Pigeon with cell phone that could go to where the internet is and that would then broadcast for me and then bring me the phone back. Could happen. Okay, stickers and patches for Patreon. I am looking to do something. I don't have it yet, but I do want to have something that when you give me $1, I can send something back to you. I used to work for the Postal Service. I love taking things to mail at the Postal Service. Especially, you know, the one right here, because I've worked there, and it's just kind of fun standing on the other side of the counter And I would love to walk in there with, you know, a stack of postcards. Here, you know, that would be great. I'd love to do that for you guys. I talked about this later in the video. I'm shooting this part last, even though it's going to be the introduction. I wanted to be clear on one thing. Any money we raise now, I'm talking, you know, if you want to do Patreon, if you can afford a few dollars one time, if you want to do PayPal, I'm going to put together a page that you guys can go to. It's not there yet, but I hope this week to do it. So look for the next video. I'll have more information on that. I'll put something in the description as soon as I can. Donations, anybody that can donate, Patreon or otherwise. I don't need money to finish the house. Okay, so I'm not going to be living large and, you know, having big parties here. I'm not going to be building the house. The house is built. It's, you know, it may not be much, but it's built. You know, there's all my stuff. There's my bed. You know, there's where the laptop is. So I'm in here. If exposed studs offends you, sorry. I'm not actually planning. Even if I had the money, I would not want to put drywall or anything up right now. It's just the way I'm doing things. So anyway, so any money that comes in, my budget, according to the piece of whiteboard over here, about $750 a month. So anything that comes in will go towards keeping the boat afloat, basically. So it's going to go into the general fund, and I'll pay bills as soon as I'm able to. Now, short term, I might be late on a land payment. You know, I've been doing pretty good with that. The best part of it is I own the land that I'm standing on, free and clear. The 20 acres that the house is on, I own. So no matter what, it's my land. Okay. Later on, I'm going to talk a little more details, but the land that I own, or the parcel that I'm paying for, is 4 separate 20-acre parcels. So I've got 80 acres total out here, which seems like a lot of land, but it's relatively inexpensive, so why not? What I'm thinking as an option, because the phrase "there are no sacred cows," my apologies to anybody in India, right? Anyway, if I had an opportunity to solve this problem, I would take it. Okay, so if it comes to that, I could say, let me sell off part of the land. Now, there's also some other options, but that's an easy one to think about. So anybody that's been watching my videos for the last couple of years, you kind of know what it's like out here. If you decided, hey, this is a great idea, your dream, you know, you'd like to come be my neighbor, a little bit of warning, I'm not really big on neighbors, but I could make an exception for you. I live alone for a reason. But I had thought about this, and I'm like, well, okay, if this would sweeten the deal, there's 80 acres here, my 20, and then there's 3 20-acre parcels that are all connected that face the county road. Those parcels I can sell for $10,000 a piece. So you can have 20 acres, $10,000, faces the county road, so you would have direct road access right there. And there's county power right along that road. That's huge, because if you build your house on the first 100 feet of your property, it's very inexpensive for the county to come out, put in 1 power pole for you, run a line to you, hook up a meter, and then you have county power. It would cost about $10,000 for me to get power where I am, because I'm not right on the road. The parcel that I live on is on the back of those 3. Okay, so if you were interested, I can do a video about that land, and I can show you descriptions. I can give you GPS coordinates. I can make a Google link that you could click on Google Maps, and you would be able to actually see aerial photos of the land. They haven't updated it lately because my school bus isn't on there, but rest assured that it is here. If somebody was serious, and was able to fly themselves to El Paso, I could come in and get you, bring you out, show you the property, walk around, introduce you to the rabbits, point out the rattlesnake, get the whole experience. So that's something that if, out of the people watching this video, that might be something you're interested in. $10,000 for 20 acres of land. It doesn't come with any water. You have to go get your own water. But the fact that you could connect to county electricity. Anyway, so that's an option. If you're interested, $10,000 will get you 20 acres. I've got 3 of those. Okay. That would help me out enormously, obviously. Because that's half of my budget is just those other 3 parcels. The parcel I'm on, I've paid for, but I'm still making payments on the other 3. Okay. Now, with that said, you also could have the option, and I don't know exactly the process of this, but I bought my land this way. So it's probable that we could do the same thing. I could basically transfer a parcel to you and you would pay them directly. Now I would want a little bit of money up front because I've been paying on the land for 4 years now. So I've brought it down considerably. But that's an option. So if you don't have $10,000 but you're interested, contact me on this video and I think on future videos, because I'm thinking one of the things that I really wanted to do was have really open transparency on this process. So I want to, on my website, which is my name, so if you look at my name on YouTube, so carlincom.com is my website. I haven't done much with it lately, but there is a contact me page on there. I have no idea if it's got an address on there. I don't think it does. But what I'm going to do is, for now on, because I'm asking you guys for your help, so I'm going to open up a little bit and show you more of where exactly I am. I always have avoided where I, tell you where I'm at. I just don't want people showing up on my doorstep. I'm just looking at my notes. Yeah, since I've been out here for 2 years, I've got enormous growth on all of the numbers on YouTube, except for the dollar value. It's just, Anyway, yeah, I'll put a link on this. PayPal, you could do a one-time donation if you wanted to. That's great. Some people like that better because you don't have to sign up for a subscription, because we've all been there. You sign up for a subscription one day when you probably had too much to drink, and about a year and a half later you realize you're still paying for that thing and you forgot all about it. Or you go to the gym on January and you sign up and they take it out of your checking account every month, and 4 years later you realize that you haven't been to the gym since that first time. Yeah, I get that. So I'll set it up, I'll make a link or something. If you just want to send me $5, great, I do appreciate that. Some people don't like the internet. I don't know how you watch the videos, but I've got a P.O. box. I don't have, here's the funny thing, I worked for the post office. I can assure you there is no postal home delivery of mail to this location. The nearest mail is the post office 15 miles from here, near where I go to get water. So when I publish my mailing address, it'll be a P.O. box. I will publish that. If you feel like sending me something, you can just send me, one of the viewers sent me a book one time, and that's great, It was great inspiration. I don't know that I really followed any of it, but it was how to build your own home. So thank you. It got me thinking, if nothing else. And here we are, So you don't have to send me money, but right now I probably should have money first. But some people just want to send you stuff. Great. So I'll make sure that's on there. I am on Facebook. I think that is on the website. So carlincom.com/contact or contact me. There's a link. I think the Facebook link is still there. So if you see this and want to hook me up and be friends, okay. I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook, but I do post a lot of stuff on there from out here. So if you were on Facebook, you would have seen already how many snakes I've almost stepped on this year. And more information about fixing the truck when it broke down. It went on Facebook first. It takes longer to get the videos, so check that out. So transparency, what I want to do, not everybody wants to be recognized, but if I get people on Patreon or PayPal, if it's okay with you, I'd like to acknowledge you on the end of the video. Maybe I'll put it up on the whiteboard or something like that. I've been talking about, yes, I've got this many subscribers, so I will try to mention that more often, you know. So every video, maybe at the end, I'll have a few Patreon names and how many subscribers, and then if I get to the point where I've hit $700, great, I got the budget covered for this month, you know, and thank you. So I wanted to open that up and, you know, maybe not show everything, but as part of the process out here, you know, I've been doing a lot of showing you every week or so my updates of what's gotten done. And so you guys are kind of part of the family, part of the community, and so I would like to kind of include you with the process. And part of that, this has come up a few times in questions, what did the house cost? So I am going to open that up. I'm going to make a video about that. What did I pay for everything? And I'll say OSB cost me $9.49 a sheet. Studs were $3.29 a sheet, and I used this many studs. You know, I made my own trusses. They used 4 studs and a piece of 2x4 and this and that and the other, and you know, this is how you do it. Oh, on the house build, I shot video just about every single day of building the house. You haven't seen it yet because I haven't had time to edit it, but those are still coming, okay? Anyway, the rest of this video, I realize this is really long already. If you've watched it this far, I do appreciate it. The first 30 seconds probably said what I needed. The Patreon page hasn't been updated in 2 years. I will do that this month. The last thing, I will mention this more later. I've talked a little bit about Mars Clipper. Mars Clipper, hang on, I got a visual for this. It's not this anymore. So if you've seen this, this was always in the background of the videos in the bus just because it sat on a shelf. That was a wig head that I used as the beginning of my robot idea. So if that freaked you out at all in the past, sorry. Anyway, Mars Clipper, a graphic novel slash book slash possibly animated series that's been stuck in my head for about 10 years, but it's never really seen the light of day. And I got about 10 seasons stuck in my head. It really hurts some days. It was more fun to create the visuals for the story than to just write the story itself. So this guy kind of popped out. I don't know if that's going to show up or not. Yeah, you kind of get the idea. A horribly drawn representation there. That's me in a spacesuit. Anyway, so that's basically, it comes down to me and, you know, the robot blasting through the universe, saving humanity. Yeah, it'll be great. My hope is that I get about 1,000 people that give me $1. That's what I need. I will feel uncomfortable if 4 people send me $250. Okay? That would be great. It still meets my goal of $1,000 a month, but I feel very uncomfortable about that unless there's something I can do to create that kind of value. You know, if you have a question that I can solve that is a $250 question, yeah, I'd be happy to do it. You know, if you, Tracy, a recent subscriber who owns property not too far from here, you know, if we can collaborate on a project, if you come out here and I can help you do something, great. Tracy, thank you. I appreciate that Tracy reached out to me and gave me $25. Yeah, 25, right? When my fuel pump on the truck died out. You know, so he figured out how to send me money on PayPal, and I don't think I had published a link, so that was clever. Thank you. That helped a lot. You know, right now that's huge. You don't realize how much it meant to me at the time. So thank you. Some people can do that. This has been probably a 4-hour me talking to the camera after 4 days of trying to write squiggle notes on the whiteboards. In closing, I do appreciate any comments, any ideas. If you think of something that I missed, potatoes aren't big enough to eat yet. I keep looking at them. I will not eat the rabbits, and I will not eat the rattlesnakes. That's off the limits. I guess I just wanted to close with the last 2 years. It has been my honor, literally, to serve you. You know, it's been fun making the videos. I've done it for myself as much as for anybody, but it's been an honor and humbling how many people have taken time to watch the videos, to make comments, to subscribe. You know, so from the heart, thank you very much. And thank you for your time.
Well, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, that should work. Cool. I do things differently. Oh, and please, if you like any of this, it would be really awesome if you could subscribe and click that notify bell. Drop a comment if you have any questions or ideas. Share, like, comment, subscribe, notify. Oh, and Patreon if you're really an awesome kind of person. Thank you so much for watching.